Jai Hind all of you. I am Anand Tyagi from Ajay Kumar Garg Engineering College. Today I am going my lecture on Engineering Mathematics 1 KAS 103 today. In this lecture we cover the second unit of this topic KAS 103 today. In the previous lecture we have done some portion of this unit and I explain here what is the derivative of a function and what is the role of derivative in our life as well as our engineering and technology. Today I recall here module second differential calculus first. Student study in this topic into 10+2 level, right. Contents of today lecture are derivative of a function, just or recall, and successive differentiation. In the previous lecture I explained what is successive differentiation and what is the role of successive differentiation in our life, right, as well as our technology. And in this lecture I explain very briefly Leibniz theorem and Leibniz theorem at the point x is equal to 0 and what is the role of such type of topic Leibniz theorem at x is equal to 0 I elaborate at the end of the lecture. And after this some example based on above topic. And today contents are taking from the book E. Krejcik. Student can be follow of this book. Now differential, what is differentiation and derivative of a function? I explained it previous lecture. This is recall, if f be a function of x such that y is equal to fx, that means f is the function of x and y is depend on x here, right. So y is depend on x, so y is the dependent variable and x is the independent variable. Then what is the first derivative? Differentiation of y with respect to x. So fx plus h minus fx, that means a small increment in x, right, is known as a derivative. Another definition, change in dependent variable with respect to independent variable is known as differentiation. These variable may be changed everywhere, right. Suppose I wants to calculate, right, dy over dh. So what is the meaning of these terms? That means y change with respect to h. That means I wants to calculate here ds upon dt. That means s is change with respect to t. So this is the common phenomena of derivative and use of the following different variable here, right. Right. Now question is that what is the role of differentiation and successive differentiation? In the previous lecture I explained one formula and that is very most important formula, 1 upon ax plus b, right. Now question is that what is the nth derivative of such type of function? This is algebraic function and what will be the yn? Yn means nth derivative of this function will be minus 1 raised to the power n, right. Suppose n is there, factorial n a raised to the power n upon ax plus b raised to the power n plus 1, right. So this is the common formula, right. I explained it in the previous lecture and I solved more than 5 questions of this topic. I recall just it because some students say sir repeat such type of formula again, right. So that is very most important formula for our successive differentiation and we solve the question in future. This is very most important formula, right. So in this way we find out the all formulae one by one. In the previous lecture same, suppose I wants to calculate dxn and xn, that means this is a polynomial x raised to the power n and I wants to differentiate n times. So what will be the formula? The formula will be factorial n here, right. I explained in the previous lecture. Suppose I wants to calculate dn plus 1th derivative of x raised to the power n, so this will be 0, right. If this is greater than of this side, the answer will be 0 always. So student keeping in the mind when we solve the such type of problem in future, so this will be help of all of us. Now I consider the next problem. Suppose I have a problem nth derivative of tan inverse x upon a. This is the familiar function, but I don't know the formula of nth derivative. So first of all we create only one time differentiation and see the result, what will be the same, because our aim it reduce into linear form 1 upon ax plus b. So what will be the first derivative here? The first derivative y1 will be here, right, a upon x square plus a square. How to? Suppose I want to calculate differentiation of tan inverse x upon a, so x upon a will be square here and x upon a will be 1 upon a. When this goes to this side and a square is upon a is cancelled out by a, so result will be same here, right. So in this way we differentiate 1 times here because we don't know what is the nth derivative of tan inverse x upon a, right. Our aim is here first reduce into linear form. How to? So it can be written here x square minus a square. I write here x square minus I square a square, right. That means it can be convert into linear form x plus ia or x minus ia. So in this way we find the next problem, y1 is equal to x plus ia and x minus ia. Now question is that how to reduce, how to detect it as a linear form separately, because there are two functions both together. I want to say that this function may be separately. How to? There are two methods, first is hit and trial method and second is partial fraction method, right. How to hit and trial? So if you know hit and trial method, you save in your time in the examination. How to? There are two functions, 1 upon x plus minus ia, I write here, minus 1 upon x plus I write here. First of all I write here minus, because any times we can take a plus sign, right. Suppose this goes to this side and this goes to this side, x cancel out, so result will be 2ia, but there is ia only, so I divided it 1 upon 2i. So this is known as hit and trial method. We can save our time in the examination by using such type of method. So in this way we have calculate here 1 upon 2i and this is a separable. Now our aim is, this is y1, this is y1. Now our aim is differentiate n times and 1 times has been done. So remaining portion is n minus 1. So we differentiate here n minus 1 times. So that means this terms is differentiate by n minus 1 times, because our aim is differentiate total n times. So that means we can say here differentiate of this terms is n minus 1 times. So what will be the differentiation of this? dn minus 1 into y1, and dn minus 1 I write here, differentiate of these terms. Now question is that what will be the formula of this and what will be the formula of this? I explain in the just now what is the formula of this portion, right. Now I apply the nth formula here, right. So now question is that what is the result of these terms? So result of these terms is n minus 1 derivative of y1. So total differentiation will be here yn. Both are add, so n minus 1 or plus 1, right. So this will be n. So that means total differentiation n times. Now question is that what is the formula of this n minus 1 times? So I write here minus 1 raised to the power n minus 1, right, factorial n minus 1 or upon x minus a raised to the power n minus 1 plus 1. So I write here n. In the same way I apply there and we got this result. In this way student can be applied directly approach by using the formula. Now common portion is minus 1 raised to the power n, this is common portion, I consider it, and remaining portion is 1 upon x minus a and x minus a here. So in this way we find out our solution. Now suppose minus portion is common here and remaining portion is this, we can solve in further statement, right. How to solve? So this can be in numerator. If this portion goes to in numerator, so what will be the value of this? So this will be x raised to the power x minus ia raised to the power minus n here. Similarly this way x plus ia raised to the power minus ia, because our aim is to solve it on more and more execute, right. Why? Because we study in the 12th level de Moivre theorem. If I want to change it into de Moivre theorem, so x is replaced by r cos theta, right, and a is replaced by r sin theta. This is known as polar form and I want to change it into de Moivre theorem. Student study de Moivre theorem in the 12th level, right. I just now recall here. So x square plus y square is equal to a square and tan inverse a upon x is equal to theta. So this is our relationship here, right. So how to solve up now this? So 1 upon 2i is minus 1 raised to the power same force, this is same above the line, and now in the place of x I write here r cos theta and in the place of a I write here r sin theta, because now I want to apply here de Moivre's law, de Moivre's theorem. So in this way when we apply the de Moivre's theorem, so what will be the de Moivre theorem here, right. I see here very beautiful result, 1 upon, this is the common part of the previous form and r raised to the power minus n is common, and apply the De Moivre theorem, right? I write here cos theta plus I sin theta, right, raised to the power n, result will be cos n theta plus I sin n theta. This is the result of De Moivre theorem here. So I apply here De Moivre theorem. So in this way, right, when we apply the De Moivre theorem, cos n theta, I sin n theta, and this is when we open the bracket, so what will be the result here? Cos n theta is cancelled out by cos n theta, this is cancelled out, and minus minus plus, so this will be 2I sin theta hand, and remaining portion as the above. Now question is that how to change that? This is the final answer, right? It can be not, right? Why? Because we can consider r raised to the power minus n with the help of this line, right? So we can say that if we calculate the value of these terms, so next result will be r raised to the power minus n, and what will be the next result is a raised to the power minus n. This is our last result, and this arises in the examination many times, right? Okay, prove that this yn is equal to this. So when prove that is given, so we can assign till now, right? So in this way we can find out our given result, and with the help of proof. If proof is this, then we could solve till now. In this way we find out the nth derivative of different of function. Now suppose we have another problem, nth derivative of sin ax plus b. This is the many case of there, because till now we complete the algebraic function only. Now first time arise in the trigonometric function. So what will be the first derivative of sin ax plus b? Suppose let this is equal to y, and what will be the first derivative of this? The first derivative sin ax plus b will be a cos ax plus b, and right, a is outside, so that is the first derivative of sin ax plus b. Now question is that what is the change of these terms, right? So change is this, there is y1 and there is a, but there is sin and there is cos. I wants to change in symmetry form, there is cos, I wants to change here sin. How to sin? Without any differentiation. So I write here this step, student see very carefully, because sin x plus pi by 2 will be cos x. So I write here sin ax plus b pi by 2 will be cos. So these are the same result, both are the same result, but question is that why convert it? Because I wants to create a symmetry here. I wants to check that what is the change, because definition of derivative, what is the change of one stage to another stage. So what is the change here? So there is y1, there is a, sin is as it is, but there is a change pi by 2. That means after one time differentiation, two change arises, one is a and another is pi by 2. Suppose I wants to calculate directly y2 here, so what will be the result here? So result will be very interesting, right? A square sin ax plus b, right, or I write here 2 into pi by 2. Suppose any student wants to third derivative of this times, so y3 is equal to a3 sin ax plus b and 3 pi by 2. So this will be helpful for cramming, for this recall, just now remembering, and suppose I wants to prepare a software on this base, so this will be easy task for our programming. Now suppose I wants to calculate in this way yn, so what will be the yn? So there is a easy task to solve, right? dn, y means nth derivative of y, y means this sin ax plus b. So there arise a new formula, nth derivative of sin ax plus b will be a raised to the power n sin ax plus b and n into pi by 2. So this is the our second formula. Till now there are two formulae, first is 1 upon ax plus b and second is this second formula. Now similarly we can say that suppose in the place of sin there may be cos, so result will be same here. So there is cos, there is also cos, a raised to the power n ax plus b plus n pi by 2, so result will be same. If we remembering this formula, right, so both formula are same, right? So how to, what is the utilization of such type of formulae when we solve our derivative? So this will be helpful for all of us, right? So what will be the formula? Suppose I wants to change here, right? So what will be the formula here, right? Suppose I wants to calculate here nth derivative of such type of problem. So how to calculate here? Suppose I wants to calculate nth derivative of cos square x, right? But I study here only cos ax. So how to? First of all, this remain portion it into convert in formula. So dn 1 plus cos 2x and divided by 2. So this is the formula of our problem. So what will be the nth derivative of these terms? So the nth derivative of 1 by 2 is 0, right? 1 by 2 is this. So what will be the nth derivative of this? So nth derivative of this will be 2 raised to the power n cos 2x plus n pi by 2. So this is the direct solution of such type of problem. So we can say that if one formula is remember all of us, then we can solve all trigonometric terms here. So how to solve such type of problem we discuss here. Suppose I have a problem, right? If y is equal to this, right, and prove that this. So what will be the meaning of this proof? That means yn, nth derivative of y, here I want to calculate, and after this I evaluate some problem this, right, I discuss later on. So first of all, given terms is this is y. Now our aim is differentiate it n times. So how to differentiate directly? So suppose I want to differentiate this directly, so what will be the formula of this? So r raised to the power n sin rx plus n pi by 2 here. This is the direct formula. Right now what is the formula of these terms? So formula of these terms will be rx plus n pi by 2 here. So I write here. So in this way we have complete our problem, and r raised to the power n is the common in both cases. But question is that how to solve further step, right? Now question is that there is 1 by 2. So how to reduce it here 1 by 2? So we know that suppose I have a 2, so it can be written in the form of root 2 whole square. So both are the same things, right? So in this way we have taken power 1 by 2 here, right, and square here. So that means there is no effect of these terms, right? And now we apply here square of this square plus this square plus 2ab. I write here a plus b ka whole square. So a square plus b square plus 2ab, and 1 by 2 is same because this is our aim to reduce here, right? What is the formula of this? Sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1, right? And what is this? 2 sin theta into cos theta. This is equal to sin 2 theta. So I write here 2 sin theta into cos theta here, right? So in this way this is the formula of sin 2 theta. If 2 multiply inside, so what will be the result of this? So 2 r pi plus n pi by 2. I write here, right, 2 is cancelled out by 2, and sin n pi plus theta will be minus 1 raised to the power n into sin theta. I write it here. So this is the proof of our requirement. So this is the proof of our requirement. So I prove it. Now I want to calculate here y pi 8. So that means in the place of n I write 8, in the place of x I write pi, and in the place of r I write 1 by 4, and we see that what will be the result here, right? That is very most important result. Y 8 pi is equal to 1 by 4 raised to the power a minus 1 raised to the power 8 will be 1 here, sin 2 pi by 4 will be pi by 2, and what is the value of sin pi by 2? That is 1. So 1 plus 1 will be 2, the 2 raised to the power 1 by 2, and 1 by 2 raised to the power 2 by 16. So in this way we find our result 1 by 2 raised to the power 31 by 2. So this is the result of our requirement, right? Requirement may be another, right? We solve as per our requirement, given problem based on our problem, right? How to solve, and this is the another formula, right, when exponential and trigonometric function both together. So e raised to the power ax and cos bx plus c are together. So how to calculate nth derivative of such type of function, right? Student, keeping in the mind when exponential and trigonometric, that means sine or cos maybe, so what will be the formula here? R raised to the power n e raised to the power ax cos bx plus n phi. So I prove it here, right? So how to prove? Consider here y is equal to this. So what will be the y1? Y1 means product rule. I discuss it later on. What is the product rule? And a student study in 12th level. So there is no requirement of the explain the product rule. There are two functions. First is this and second is this. So first of all I differentiate e raised to the power ax into a, right, and cos bx plus c as it is, right? Now e raised to the power ax as it is, and differentiation of cos a bx plus c minus b sin bx plus c, right, in these terms. So common is e raised to the power x. Now our aim is to complete this formula into this cos bx plus c. How to? So in the place of a I write here this value r cos phi, and in the place of b I write r sin phi. So what will be the result? R square is equal to a square plus b square, and phi is equal to will be tan inverse b upon a here. So in this way we can find out our problem. So how to solve this problem? So suppose y1 will be here this, and this is the formula of cos a plus b, cos a cos b minus sin a sin b. So suppose I write this is a and this is b. So what will be the formula of cos a plus b? So cos bx plus c into cos phi, and this is right. So common part is this. So what will be the change of y1 here? We see here this is y1. So now question is that what is the change of y2? What is the change of y to y1? Right, the e raised to the power x as it is, because our aim is to create symmetry here. Cos is as it is. So what is the change? So two things is change as well as previous method, right? One is r and another is phi, right? Now suppose I wants to calculate direct here y2. So what will be the change here? So 1 r and 1 phi. So there will be r square and there will be 2 phi. Suppose any student can say that why, what will be the y3 sir? So r raised to the power cube, this is as it is, and there will be 3 phi. So what will be the nth derivative? So nth derivative of such type of activity will be r raised to the power n e raised to the power ax cos bx plus c plus n phi. But question is that what is the role of such type of activity? If we create symmetry, so we have some problem here. Why? Because if we create symmetry, so we have less power here, we can easily remember each terms, we can remember each and every formula easily. So first of all, student make a symmetry here in this formula. So what will be the formula of this? So formula is this. And what is r square? R square is defined, right? In the same way, if in the place of sign there may be sign, so that means there is no change in the formula, only one change, right? Here sign, only sign. So both are the same. So in this way we can find out our problem here, right? Now suppose I wants to calculate the product rule, right? The first time Leibniz explain what is differentiation and what is the role of differentiation, and right, and after this Leibniz drive a formula for the product rule. Suppose I have a two function, if u and v are the two function of a single variable x, then duv means differentiation of product rule. This is known as a product. Student studied in 12th level. What will be the differentiation of first, second as it is, plus first as it is, differentiation of second. So what is the total conclusion of this event? So result will be here. This is known as product rule of differentiation, right? That is very most important result. And behind of this a very interesting story. Leibniz have a son, right? Leibniz gives 1 rupees daily to to his son, right? But one day he see that all money transferred to his son. So that is very most important. He think that how to solve, and it will be arrive as a Leibniz theorem in the mathematics, right? And this will be the invention of Leibniz theorem, right? How to? We see here. Suppose I wants to calculate nth derivative of product of two function, right? So question is that suppose there are two function, right, u and v, and I wants to apply here Leibniz theorem. So how to, right? So this is one person and this is second person. Suppose u initially, u and v, u gives 1 rupees each day. So what will be the condition here? Suppose initially it have n, right? So what will be the 1 rupees transfer? So this will be n minus 1 and this will be 1. Next day this will be n minus 2 and this will be 2. But both sum will be n always, each and every day, right? Suppose this will be n minus 3, so this will be 3, sum is n, right? Suppose in the fourth day this will be n minus 4 and this will be 4 and sum is n here. So this is the very most important things of the Leibniz theorem. Now question is that how to apply the Leibniz theorem? That is most important and that is very easy portion, right? How to? So suppose I write here, that means nth derivative of uv. In the first day I have n, right? So that means dnu, right? And how many terms? nc 0, right? It give nothings to the another person. V is alone here, right? In the next day out of n, right, I give 1 rupees. So that means nc1, right? Now question is that what will be the remaining monies? So remaining money will be n minus 1, right? That means n minus 1 derivative of u and 1 transfer to dv, that means first derivative of second part. Next nc2 means after n 2 rupees given, right? That will be dn minus 2 and this will be d2. In this way, in the last, right, ncnu dnb, all money transferred to this side, right? So in this way we can see here, right, first and last condition are same, right? How to same? In the first day I have dn and v is nothing, in the last day I have nothing and all transfer to v. So in this way we can say that Leibniz theorem play the most important role for nth derivative. We can simplify it and easy way. The another things, what will be the nc0? That is 1. So I write here nothing. This is first step. Next step, what is the value of nc1? Right. So nc1 will be n here. So I write here. Right. What is the value of nc2? So nc2 means n minus 1 upon factorial 2. Right. Or this is same. This is the third terms. And what is the value of ncn? So this is also 1. So this is right. Student use on after these theorems. This there are two portion. One is this, second is this. Student can be use any one of them, right? But student prefer in the second last because this is very easy for the apply and the calculation. Now we see here that how to apply Leibniz theorem in our problem. That is the very most important. There is u and there is v. Question is that which will be u and which will be v. So student hearing very carefully what I am saying here. V will be always a function whose differentiation goes to 0 and second will be u. I am repeat again. Suppose I have a 2 u and v. So who will be v and who will be u here? So v will be whose differentiation goes to 0, towards 0, right? Suppose I example here, I consider example here. Suppose I wants to calculate x into e raised to the power 2x, right? So here which will be u and which will be v here? So differentiation of 1, differentiation of x will be 1 and next time differentiation of will be 0 here. So this will be v and this will be u. So this is things very most important and student keeping in the mind when solve the problem in future. Suppose I consider a problem here. Before solving the problem, some formula is there to remember when we solve the problem. What is the meaning of these terms? The meaning of these terms means nth derivative of y. So result will be yn here, right? Now next is what will be these terms? Okay, nth derivative of y1. What will be the result of? The result will be yn plus 1. Both are add here, right? Suppose I wants to calculate this. What will be the result of these terms? The result of these terms will be yn plus 2. Both are add here, right? So these are the result when we solve the problem in future. So this will be helpful for all of us, right? So what will be the result here? The result will be yn here, right? Question, next question. What will be the result of this? This is very most important things, right? How to I write here? Suppose I write here y is equal to e raised to the power ax, right? So what will be the y1 here? Right, a e raised to the power ax, right? And what will be the y2? By symmetry, a square e raised to the power ax. So now student can say what will be the dn, that means nth derivative. So a raised to the power, e raised to the power. So this is very most important things for all of us when we solve the problem. And next is very most important. This problem arises in the GATE exam. So what is the nth derivative of polynomial x raised to the power n? So result will be factorial n. Now next is this, that is most important, dn x raised to the power n and n is greater than m. So result will be 0 here. So this is very most important things when we solve our problem. In this way we can find our result. Now we consider a problem, right? dn, right? That means nth derivative of these terms. So there are two functions. So that means we apply Leibniz theorem here. But how to? Right? Because in Leibniz theorem there are two function u and v. So this will be v and this will be u. Why? Because differentiation of x square 1 times 2x, second time 2 and third time 0. So that means differentiation of x square goes towards 0. So this will be v and second function will be u, right? How to apply? So how to apply, we see here, right? So by using the Leibniz theorem n times. So I write here dn e raised to the power 2x and x square. I write very carefully, right? Each and every step, and the students see very carefully, because we can do direct sum step here, right, after the understanding of this. So nth u is this and x square is as it is, right? And n, because this is arise in the Leibniz theorem, n minus 1 e raised to the power, and differentiation of x square is 2x. I write here direct, right? n minus 2 upon factorial 2 and dn minus 2 derivative of e raised to the power 2x, and differentiation of 2x is 2 here. So we can write here directly, right? So 2 cancel out, right? So what will be the new result our, right? So what is the formula of these terms? 2 raised to the power n e raised to the power x square is as it is. First step is clear. Now second step, n is as it is. What is the differentiation of 2? So 2 raised to the power n minus 1 and 2 both are adding, so 2 raised to the power n here, right? And what will be the 2 cancel out and 2 raised to the power n minus 2x. In this way we can find out our problem and execute the rearrange the terms. So this will be our final answer for the after apply the Leibniz theorem n times. So student, keeping in the mind, when we solve step by step and we understand and we are familiar to this, we can solve directly, right? So suppose I consider the another problem. This is very most important problem, nth derivative of these terms. So how to solve? What is the meaning of y2? So y2 means second derivative of y. Y is a function of x. So how to apply here, right? Leibniz theorem n times. So I apply here dn y2, because 1 minus x square will be v here, because 1 minus x square 1 times as it is. I write here first derivative, I write here, and second derivative of this, and after this it will be 0. So I write here in the place of v 1 minus x square, and in the place of u I write here y2. So students, see very carefully, because this is first time we apply the such type of activity here. So how to solve? The right, what will be the result of these terms? The result of these terms will be yn plus 2, right? I write here, right? And this is as it is, right? And result of these terms will be yn plus 1, I write here, and differentiation of 1 minus x square is minus 2x. So I write here minus 2x, right? Now these terms, right? These terms, this is as it is. What is the result of these terms? So result of these terms will be yn, right? And question is that what is the result of these terms? So result of these terms will be minus 2. I write here 2 cancel out. So what will be the final result? The final result will be this term is as it is, this is as it is, right? And n minus 1 is as it is, right? There are all unlike terms, yn plus 2, yn plus 1, yn, and are alike. So right, so this is our problem. Suppose I take another problem, dn y2 1 minus x square minus x y1 minus m square y. So how to solve such type of problem? So there are 3 steps, first, second and third. Student, remember it very carefully, because this is our main problem, right? So how to apply Leibniz theorem n times? So first of all I write here nth derivative of these terms. How to? So first of all I apply in the first line, first of all I apply in these terms nth derivative. So how to? So I write here dn y2 1 minus x square v as it is, right? And dn y2 or differentiation of 1 minus x square minus 2x, I write here, right? In the same way, right? Differentiation of minus 2x is again minus 2 here. So this terms is complete till now. This is first term, this is. Now I want to apply Leibniz theorem in these terms. So how to apply? I write here nth derivative of y1 x as it is into n minus 1 derivative of y1 and differentiation of 1 is y, and finally m square y, m square is constant and y is alone. So I write here nth derivative of y. So in this way we apply each and every step, right? Leibniz theorem n times, right? But now this is the final. Now final aim is assemble the result by arranging the terms. So I write here what is the result of these terms. So result of these terms will be yn plus 2, because both are add, I explained just now, right? What is the result of this? So result of this will be y n plus 1 here, right? And 2 minus is outside, so this will be the result, right? In this way 2 is to cancel out, and what is the result of these terms? The result of these terms will be yn here. So in this way we can find out each and every step very carefully and follow the in future, right? When we solve these terms, so what will be the result? Yn plus 1 and x I write here, right? What will be the result of these terms? So result will be yn into n I write here, and what is the result of this? Yn I write here. Now question is that what is the terms of like terms here? So 1 n plus 2 is alone, n plus is 1 times here and 1 times is here, so both are common, and what will be the result we see here, right? And 2 cancel out, yn is here, yn is here, and yn is here. That means like terms are together, right? So how to here? So we use the such type of activity here, right? This is terms only alone in the previous, right? This is this, and this is 2 is to cancel out. How to solve? N plus 1 together, and this are together. So in this way we find out our terms one by one and get the result. How to? We see here, right? Yn plus 1 to common part, this and this is minus x, so I write here minus x, n square minus n, and this will be cancel out from this, n square minus is common, this is minus y square, right? So in this way we can find out our problem. So this is the very most important formula of our problem, how to solve the such type of activity. In this way we can find out our problem. How to? We see here, right? So we see here, and so that is the most important formula of our problem, right? How to solve the such type of activity. So in this way we can calculate here. How to? We see here, right? Question is that suppose I wants to calculate nth derivative or yn, right? X square into sin x at a point x is equal to 0. This is the another case. First of all I apply here, suppose I write here y is equal to x square sin x and apply the Leibniz theorem n times. So how to apply the Leibniz theorem n times, right? This is v as it is, and nth derivative of sin x, so x plus n pi by 2, I just explain now. N into differentiation of x square is 2x, and differentiation of sin n minus 1, so this will be the this, right? And n minus 2 divided by factorial 2 to cancel out, and what will be the result of sin differentiation? N minus 2 times, so this will be the result. In this way we can find out this result. If we put here x is equal to 0, so this portion comes 0, this is also 0, and result will be n minus 1, this is 0, and result will be n minus 2 pi by 2. So in this way we can find our result here. So how to solve such type of activity we see here very carefully. So today I explain here what is the role of Leibniz theorem and how to get the nth derivative of trigonometric function sin ax plus b and cos ax plus b, and solve the different problem today lecture. If student have any problem, so they can contact me after this lecture, and I will try to solve their problem. Jai Hind all of you.